Joining my channel on YouTube, and this channel talks about keeping dreadlocks and maintaining it. Today, we are here to talk about starting your locks and the things you have to know. If you are new on my channel, I urge you to subscribe and click the subscribe button, and then on the bell to get notification on any new video I do. And then you get to share the channel and like it, and also leave a comment for us to discuss whatever question or any concerns you have after the video. Alright, today we are here to talk about starting your locks. Okay, actually taking the, if you are in it already, then I'll say congratulations. But if you are about to start, then how do you do it? In the first place, if you are somebody who doesn't know how to do locks, I'll urge you to get in touch with a professional. Get a salon or somebody who knows how to do locks. Okay, and in doing that, you get someone who has locks, because some people have just learned how to do it and they don't really have locks. You don't know the detail when it comes to locking the hair, right? So get someone who actually has locks and has maintained it and it's nice. So ideally, if you don't even have any mentor to look up to, that person can be your mentor. And that person can also give you details with regards to how to go about the whole thing and how his journey has even been like. So that is it. And secondly, you have to know the size of the lock that you want. You know, when you start the locks, depending on how your hair will be divided, you know, from the very initial stages, that will tell you how it will end. With mine, for instance, it is not more like sister locks, but it's a little bit small. So when I started it, they were very small. But when it's growing, it will become thick with time. So you have to know whether you want the boxes type of division or diagonal or the C or maybe triangle, so that when you style it, it will also become very nice. And then what I would say is, when you start your locks, you know, keeping locks is more like a free kind of lifestyle. So you may think that you can just sleep without wearing a hair net or hair cover or something. What I want to say is that when you are sleeping, you put something like maybe a scarf or a hair cover or a hair net on your hair. If you don't do that, there will be dust build up in the lock, maybe from the pillow that we sleep on and the clothes that we use. By the time you realize there is this small white substances in the hair, and you don't know, you wouldn't know even how to handle it. So what I would say is that if you are sleeping every time, you have to get something to cover your hair. If you don't have anything and maybe you are in a hurry, you can get a rubber band to just tie it. That is if it's a hair that can be tied, you just tie it, and that will also do. And what I also say is that when you are washing your hair, don't use laundry shampoo. The fact that some people don't go to the salon doesn't mean you can just use anything to wash the hair. Kindly get yourself a shampoo that you can use to wash the hair and rinse it very thoroughly and make sure that it is very clean. Some people say, oh, locks can't be washed, or you can decide not to wash it. That is not it. If you do that, it won't be very decent. So get yourself a shampoo that you'll be using every time to wash the hair. And in washing the hair too, it shouldn't be very often. It shouldn't be that Monday you have washed it and Friday you are going to wash it again. Okay? It shouldn't be very often. It shouldn't be almost every time. Within a month, you can wash it about twice or maybe once, depending on even the length of your hair. Because if you wash it, means that you are putting the hair to, you are washing under it and everything. And if it is not the kind of hair that has really been locked very well, you see that it will be coming out, the locks will be losing or stuff like that. So the washing shouldn't be very often. That is what I'll also say. And then in drying the hair too, if you have a hand dryer, you can use it. If you want to air dry your hair, then it means you have to kind of wash it in the morning. That is, yeah, if you wash it in the morning, then it means by the time it is in the evening or something like that, it is actually dry. That is if you don't have a hand dryer. Yeah, that is how it works. So that there wouldn't be moist build up in the hair. That is, yeah. So if you do it like that, it means you are going to have a very healthy hair. And after washing your hair too, you can apply maybe a traditional shea butter or hair oil to the hair, to the scalp of your hair, or virgin olive oil or something to the hair. That is the scalp, so that you always have a healthy scalp every time. And then when your hair grow long, some people like wearing wigs on their hair, especially when it is not very, very long. Okay, that is if it is short and it's a bit ugly, you want to put some wigs on it. What I want to say is that if you are putting wig on it, you have to also get a time to make air pass through the hair, because it means that you are putting pressure on the hair and there will be sweat under the hair and all that. So if you put wig on your hair, maybe to go out or something like that from the very initial stages, what I'll say is that after, or maybe when you come home for wherever you went to, you can just leave the wig somewhere and then let air pass through the hair for it to become healthy and then grow by itself. And then the other thing I want to say in starting locks is that you have to know when you do relocking. Because if you're somebody with a very kinky hair and it grows very fast, then it means that maybe by within a month you have to lock your hair maybe once. Or you want to wait for 2 months before you lock it. Okay, depending on what you want. But if it is like every week I want to lock it, every week I want to lock it, you wouldn't actually see the changes and the development. But when you wait for more like a month before you lock it, or 2 months before you lock it, then it means that you leave the hair to do its own thing. And then the locking will also be very nice. You actually see the changes. Myself, for instance, I've not been locking my hair every day or every week. No, I've been doing it like within a month. I'll do locking once. Or sometimes I would just want to wait for the hair to actually relax and do its own thing. So I'll wait for like 2 months before I lock it. And that becomes very, very, you see the change. You see that, oh, whoa, your hair is really growing. And that means that, the hair has to actually relax, do its own thing, grow by itself. You are not forcing it, you are not putting so much pressure on it. So that is it with washing the hair, maintaining it, sleeping with it, and then making sure that it is actually growing and it's healthy. So if you are about to start locks, just know the size that you want, as I said initially. Because if you start with a kind of size and it's growing, you basically can't change it. That is one thing. You can't change it unless maybe it is small, you want it bigger, and maybe you can add two to it. But if it is too big, you can't divide it. So that is one thing that you have to know with locking your hair. Make the decision. Get a professional to assist you with that, so that you will know that this is what I'm going in for, this is what I'm doing. And one thing is, it's more like people go around to look for some chemicals to apply to the hair. What am I going to use to make the hair grow and all that? You don't have to be desperate at all. Locked hair, it's very 100% natural. It is something that is natural. So what I would say is, when you start your locks, you can just go to the Walmart or wherever, the shop that is close to you, and get yourself maybe a Vaseline or shea butter. We, the people from Ghana, we have shea butter. So that is what I used initially. Yes, you can get Vaseline, maybe that like this type, a Vaseline, because that is very oily, and then that can help your scalp to become very soft, and you yourself, you see that the hair has become free and it is growing and it is growing and you are becoming excited about it. Don't go and shop for this chemical, this cream, this whatever. Some people can tell you that you can apply this to your hair, you can apply this to your hair. Don't spend so much on chemicals when you want to start your locks. Just begin. Get the size that you want. Begin. Know when to wash it depending on the texture of your hair and the size of your hair. Know when to wash it, know when to do relocking, and know how to sleep with it. That will help the hair to be strong and healthy. So today, that is what I have for you guys. If you have not subscribed to my channel, do well to subscribe, like it and share, and then you can leave a comment and we'll discuss. It's a learning process actually. So we will all discuss about how this one works. If you have any idea too, you can put it down there and we all know how this works. Have a nice day, and then see you in my next video. Thank you very much.